Wokeism is a mind virus.
I don't recognize France anymore.
I know, right? If you ever need a security, I'm right here.
Democrats have gone so far left, believing and supporting and advocating for killing babies.
They lied about Hunter's laptop.
Bonjour à tous, je suis pour Frontières aux États-Unis. Et oui, pour couvrir cette grande convention des Républicains où Donald Trump, justement, a été investi pour être le futur candidat à la présidentielle américaine le 5 novembre prochain. Ici, la salle, justement, vous la reconnaissez, c'est là où Donald Trump, justement, va prononcer un grand discours avec également J.D. Vance, le nouveau colistier de Donald Trump qui risquera d'être élu vice-président également le 5 novembre prochain. Alors pourquoi on est ici? Tout simplement parce que vous le savez, la majorité des médias de gauche en France sont anti-Trump, c'est le méchant, c'est le diable, et ils sont énervés en ce moment parce que Donald Trump, selon les sondages, pourrait gagner cette présidentielle. Et oui, il aurait justement une large avance. Alors avant de commencer, avant de vous plonger justement dans cette convention inédite qui succède juste après la tentative d'assassinat contre Donald Trump, on va vous montrer des images exclusives de Donald Trump où on était justement quasiment à côté de lui. Deux choses, d'abord achetez le magazine de Frontières, ex-livre noir qui est sorti en kiosque, profitez-en pour nous soutenir. Et l'autre élément, et oui, on va vous permettre de faire en sorte que votre média soit en permanence sur le terrain jusqu'au 5 novembre pour couvrir cette élection présidentielle en lançant une grande campagne de dons défiscalisés à 66% sur le site www.frontiermedia.fr. Si vous en avez marre de suivre justement cette élection sur quotidien, rappelez-vous en 2016 qui toujours va critiquer, et si vous voulez un vrai média qui va justement à la rencontre de cet électorat trumpiste, participez à cette grande campagne de dons. En attendant, je vous plonge tout de suite dans cette convention inédite avec votre média préféré, Frontières.
Donald Trump vient donc d'être ovationné, c'est une prise de fonction sous le signe de la ferveur.
Donald Trump, désormais investi candidat officiel des Républicains et qui a présenté à la foule son colistier, le sénateur de l'Ohio, James David Vance.
Cette convention sera dominée par une image qui deviendra sans doute celle de la campagne républicaine. Donald Trump, le visage ensanglanté, émergeant, le poing levé sur fond de drapeau américain.
I run Turning Point USA, which is a conservative organization here in America, the largest student organization. We do a lot of things in the grassroots. Wokeism is a mind virus. It's destroying America. And we fight back against it with chapters, with on-campus events. And yeah, this is a ideological bacterial infection against the core body of this country.
I hated him. I hated Donald Trump because I believed everything the media said, that he was a racist, he's this, he's that. But when I actually started doing my research, I loved his policy. I loved what he stood for. I loved the fact that he spoke his mind. He said all the things that the American people wanted to say, but were too afraid to say. So the very fact that he's up there standing for America, standing for patriotism, I thought that was wonderful. So that's why I resonate with him.
What do you think about what will happen with Donald Trump in November?
I think he's headed for a massive victory. I think we're looking at a political realignment. I think there are many parallels between this and the 1968 election, where the Democrat Party is deeply divided by a foreign war, where they have a candidate for president who, like Lyndon Johnson, is thinking of dropping out. You have Donald Trump staging the greatest political comeback since Richard Nixon.
L'unité du parti républicain. Rappelez-vous, lorsqu'en 2016, le tonitruant Donald Trump avait été désigné comme candidat aux républicaines, ici à cette convention, les cadres étaient extrêmement crispés, il y avait énormément de divisions. Aujourd'hui, 100% du parti républicain est derrière lui.
Tell you something, brother. Donald Trump is a real American hero. To support my hero as the next president of this United States.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kai Madison Trump. I am the granddaughter of Donald Trump. The media makes my grandpa seem like a different person, but I know him for who he is. He's very caring and loving. He truly wants the best for this country, and he will fight every single day to make America great again. Thank you very much.
Let me begin this evening by expressing my gratitude to the American people for your outpouring of love and support following the assassination attempt. As you already know, the assassin's bullet came within a quarter of an inch of taking my life. If I had not moved my head at that very last instant, the assassin's bullet would have perfectly hit its mark, and I would not be here tonight. Bullets were flying over us, yet I felt serene. But now the Secret Service agents were putting themselves in peril. They were in very dangerous territory. Bullets were flying right over, missing them by a very small amount of inches. And then it all stopped. Our Secret Service sniper, from a much greater distance and with only one bullet used, took the assassin's life. No matter what obstacle comes our way, we will not break, we will not bend. It's making America great again.
They say you can't truly know how you'll respond in a moment of danger until you're actually confronted with it. So what was my father's instinct as his life was on the line? Not to cower, not to surrender, but to show for all the world to see that the next American president has the heart of a lion. And he stood up with blood on his face and the flag in his back. The world saw a spirit that could never be broken.
I thought at that moment, that was a transformation. This was no longer me. Well, I think it was divine intervention. But the effect that it had on Donald Trump, he was no longer just a political party's nominee, or a former president, or a future president. This was the leader of a nation.
America knows what it's like to be down. We know what it's like to be confused and to be afraid. Long before the attempt on my father's life, every American I met was filled with fear and anxiety. They were afraid our country was being torn apart. They were anxious about the massive and chaotic invasion of illegal aliens across our border. We won't ever forget the lies. From left-wing politicians, from their allies in the media. When you hear them in a row, you fully understand the extent they have gone to divide this great nation. They lied about Russia collusion. They lied about Hunter's laptop. They lied about Joe Biden's fitness for office. One nonstop lie after another about my father. Does any of this sound like a country that's going in the right direction? And honestly, who is actually running the country anyway? It's obviously not Joe Biden. So who are they asking us to elect? Seriously, who's running things?
I don't welcome everybody in this meeting, in this room. The guys up in the fake news, frankly, all right, frankly, you guys up there in the fake news have worn out your welcome.
God spared his life. That was my first reaction. God spared his life so that way he could serve the people.
The government is trying to shut him down. That's not the way we like to see things go in America.
We think Donald Trump likes women. I know a few that he's promoted to very high positions. Maybe it comes to social issues, if that's what you're thinking about. We're conservative when it comes to social issues. So we're pro-traditional marriage and pro-life. And especially that's an issue right now that the Democrats have gone so far left, believing and supporting and advocating for killing babies, aborting babies up until even when they're viable.
Let me tell you, when we were sitting, we had just walked in, and when we saw it on the news, I started to cry. I mean, I worked with Donald Trump's campaign for 4 months. We were in a secluded area in 2016, and he's the most wonderful man towards women.
In France, left media say that Trump is racist.
And it's funny because I used to think that same thing, you know? But that's what the media says, because that's the prevailing notions of how they try to tear people down, especially here in America.
Trump is a small d Democrat. He stands for the Republic. Well, kind of like de Gaulle stood for the Republic. I think it's going to become impossible. I think between the Republicans being better prepared to use every legal and technical tool to ensure that our election is honest, and the fact that I think Trump is going to have an overwhelming mandate, I don't think it would be possible for them to steal the election, but the Republicans will be prepared. We need to have an honest, fair, transparent election.
From what I understand, and it's very little about the wokeism in France, is they're trying to eradicate French identity, the French language, through multiracial, multicultural immigration. And what basically happened from my outsider understanding, which was so disappointing, is that Marine Le Pen basically was very left on most issues except immigration. And for whatever reason, Macron wants to continue this mass migration into France, and you get wokeism paired with mass migration. And that will be the death of France, period. And that's a tragedy. I hope your country wakes up to that and slows down the flow of migrants into your country to preserve your beautiful culture. I love French culture. I'm not French. I have no French ancestry, but you should be proud of where you're from. You have a lot to be proud of. You have an amazing history and culture, and why are you bringing a bunch of third worlders to destroy it? You have a great culture, and you're a great people, and you have amazing contributions of thinkers and writers and food and art and history and language, and your country ceases to exist when you don't protect your country. And what is a country if it's not a borders, shared language, history? And we get called all these nasty names for saying that, but I want to see more countries stand up for who they are and what they believe in, and I hope France starts to do that.
I'm very disappointed because it appears to me like Le Pen actually won the election and she was denied victory. Now, I drove a Citroën for many years. I'm a great lover of the French culture, but I don't recognize France anymore. Most of the people I see don't seem to be French.
Any white person, they label them racist. They label them, white supremacist, neo-Nazi, all these different things. But in actuality, when you actually understand who these people are, you get to understand the content of their character and stop basing things on the color of their skin. And you understand, no, he is not racist. He is the furthest thing from, right? He stands for meritocracy. Those who, it's all about merit. It's all about what you earn. And those who earn well, those who try to do the best that they can in this country, those are the people that are celebrated. No, that's how it should be. So I love the fact that he's the type of person that he is. I love the fact that he's a statesman. I love the fact that he stands for national pride, and that's not at all racist.
What do you think about this accusation that you are racist, Trump is racist?
Oh no, it's laughable. No, they're racist. I love all people.
I think all of that is now possible. And of course, the attempted assassination overshadows all of this, as it did the 1968 election. Remember, you had the assassination of Dr. King, the assassination of Robert Kennedy, and of course, originally the assassination of John Kennedy. All factors, overhanging factors in the 1968 election.
What do you think about what happened this weekend? He's a kind of Avenger.
I know, right? The very fact that people are trying to kill this man goes to show how effective of a leader he is. People don't try to kill people who are feckless or weak. They try to kill the strong, right? And they have tried to kill this man. They tried to assassinate his character, right? They came at him financially. They've come at him legally. Now they're coming at him with a bullet, with an assassin's bullet. And the very fact that he shrugged that off and he's still going strong goes to show that the character of this man is something that's resolute, standing for Americanism, American pride, and he's standing for America and Americans, and I love that.
You could be in his security, you.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. Yes, indeed. I guess I can catch a couple bullets or two, you know.
They won't hurt you, I see.
No, I hope not. I hope not. But if you ever need a security, I'm right here.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Là, c'est passionnant. Je vais vous montrer à quel point ils sont organisés dans cette convention des Républicains. Imaginez quand il y a des meetings en France, du Rassemblement national, de Reconquête ou des Républicains, il y a une très grande salle, un congrès, mais derrière, tous les médias sont dedans. Ici, ils ont pris une énorme salle, c'est une sorte de... Je crois que c'est un stade, en plus pour les médias, pour qu'ils puissent installer justement leurs émissions. On peut voir ici, là, il y a une émission de radio. On sait que la radio, c'est super important pour les Américains. Il y a le Daily Wire Plus aussi qu'on a pu voir là-bas. Donc Daily Wire Plus, c'est quoi? Vous savez, cette chaîne YouTube avec ce média qui a été fait un peu en ligne numérique, avec des gens comme Ben Shapiro qui sont extrêmement connus. Il y avait Candace Owens, mais je crois qu'elle a quitté. Et en fait, eux, ils prennent un petit peu toutes les stars justement dans la jeunesse américaine, sur les réseaux sociaux, et justement, ils les choisissent de les produire, de faire donc il y a un peu un système d'abonnement payant, un système de chaîne YouTube. Donc on peut voir, ils ont complètement délocalisé leur studio ici. Donc c'est assez intéressant, vous voyez. Donc là, ça permet d'être en direct. Donc il y a un format radio, il y a un format vidéo. Et donc tout est construit. Donc en fait, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Il se retrouve, la Convention des Républicains a proposé aussi à tous les médias, y compris les médias indépendants, de pouvoir, en plus de diffuser sur leur réseau, leurs médias, le meeting, de pouvoir commenter en organisant des shows depuis ici. Je vais vous en montrer quelques-uns. Alors là, c'est The Benny Show. Alors, faut comprendre que aux États-Unis, il y a énormément de shows aussi autour de personnalités. Hein. Donc là, il y en a plein aujourd'hui qui viennent là et ils reçoivent tout le monde en fait. C'est une semaine où ils coagulent absolument tout le monde. C'est intéressant parce que à droite en France, on n'arrive pas du tout à le faire. On se retrouvera avec tous les médias, tout le monde Chromecast en direct, reçoit des gens, etc. Là, il y a tout ce qu'il y a d'influenceurs, de journalistes et d'hommes politiques de droite présents sur cette convention républicaine. Donc là, c'est Breitbart News. Breitbart News, on connaît un peu. C'était Steve Bannon qui gérait Breitbart News. Ils sont extrêmement influents. Ils ont notamment été très forts pour le Brexit, vous savez, Breitbart. Bon, après, ils sont accusés par tout le monde de fake news, etc. C'est en permanence comme ça. Donc là, on peut voir Fox News. Alors Fox News, faut dire qu'ils ont quand même des énormes shows. L'autre côté, on va vous montrer des images. Alors là-bas, je vais pas vous montrer. Il y a France 24 aussi, mais qui n'est pas là. Donc ils ont un stand, mais ils sont pas présents. Là, donc ce Capitol E-Show, Real America's Voice. Là, Real America's Voice. On peut voir ici, c'est très connu sur Facebook. Ils sont vraiment partout. Voilà, ils sont en plein show.
Real America's Voice is something that's just, it's all in the name. We are the voice of real Americans, people that have put America first, people that support the America First agenda, people that support President Trump and his vision to make America great again. We cover really all facets of politics. We have congressional races, Senate races, presidential races, Supreme Court issues, court issues. Like we handle it all. We cover it all, I should say, right here on this network. Over the last 3-4 years, we've seen a big censorship on conservative media, especially on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter to a certain degree, and even on, I would say, on YouTube, if you have an account on YouTube. Rumble, not as much, but it has been a concerted effort to silence conservative voices here in this country on social media, and it's very challenging to make sure you really amplify your message effectively because of the suppression.
Donc là, la convention n'a pas repris. Hein. Elle commence à 16h, donc dans 1 heure. Et du coup, ils reçoivent un petit peu tout ce qu'il y a de politique, de stars. Donc en gros, qu'est-ce qu'il faut retenir? Il faut retenir que s'il y a quelque chose sur lequel il faudrait s'inspirer en France, en tout cas à droite, c'est cette capacité, si même peut-être que les partis politiques, ils n'arrivent pas à s'entendre entre eux, mais en tout cas rassembler un ensemble de médias, ça c'est intéressant. Et pouvoir les coaliser, Chromecaster, faire du direct, et pas être dans le mépris, que ça soit un peu petit média. On a vu des tout petits médias, des radios qui ciblent aussi différentes communautés, etc. Et ça, c'est ce qui leur permet vraiment d'être partout et de fonctionner en écosystème. C'est intéressant, ils rencontrent des gens. Vous avez vu tout à l'heure, comme on a pu voir Roger Stone, Charlie Kirk. Et ça, il n'y a qu'ici qu'on peut le faire, en fait. Voilà.
This arena was built mainly for the Milwaukee Bucks basketball team in the NBA, but it's a multi-use arena. It's used for hockey, it's used for concerts. It's used for monster trucks is here. We hold all kinds of events, concerts, everything happens here. We've been working on this since June 1st. Took a lot of work to put it in. The stage took almost the whole time to build. Been working on it. That took about 6 weeks to build the stage. So yeah, took a lot of work. It's gonna take a lot of work to get everything out of here. Miles and miles of cables were added for all the reporters, press reporters and stuff, miles of cables.
I watched him during The Apprentice, and I don't watch a lot of TV, but I enjoyed that show. And when he ran for president, he got my support there. And while he was president, I believe in a lot of what he did, and I could see a lot of the attacks against him being unfair. And since he's been out of office, the attacks have continued up until being shot Saturday. I enjoyed the debate. That was a one-night thing, and this convention seems to be a lot more. And I've really enjoyed my time. I've met nothing but friendly people, and to see the speakers in person compared to watching them on the phone is a huge difference.
My name is J.D. Vance from the great state of Ohio. Tonight is the night of hope, a celebration of what America once was, and with God's grace, what it will soon be again. My message to you, my fellow Republicans, is we love this country and we are united to win. President Trump represents America's last best hope to restore what, if lost, may never be found again. A country where a working class boy born far from the halls of power can stand on this stage as the next vice president of the United States. A leader who rejects Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's Green New scam and fights to bring back our great American factories. We need President Donald J. Trump. I officially accept your nomination to be vice president of the United States of America.
He's a Midwesterner. I'm from Illinois, so it's great to have somebody that we're instantly having a connection with, somebody who's a veteran, and it's going to be nice to hear more about him and his family. He's new to the political scene, so I think that's also good to have a fresh viewpoint.
One of the things that we in this country need is a better representation by the youth, and he represents working class Americans, and I'm so excited that he's accepted the nomination. I'm even more excited that Donald Trump reached out and asked him to be his running mate.
I think it's great. J.D. Vance is a family man. He's a Christian. I think we need to get closer to God. I like the fact that he has a functioning family, and I think it's going to help the Rust Belt, which has been absolutely decimated, carved out by this Biden-Harris, if you can call it an economic plan, again, to level capitalism and to upend the Judeo-Christian American ethos.
Alors justement, il reste une question. Est-ce que Donald Trump peut gagner cette élection présidentielle américaine le 5 novembre prochain? Le choix de venir ici pour cette convention républicaine à Milwaukee est intéressant parce que le Wisconsin est depuis quelques années justement ce qu'on appelle un État charnière. Également, il y a justement ce choix de J.D. Vance, largement salué. D'abord, c'est le choix de la jeunesse, parce qu'il a 39 ans. Il parle tout en étant conservateur à un électorat plus modéré, justement, et donc il va permettre de rassembler, parce que Donald Trump, eh oui, ne va faire qu'un seul mandat en raison de la Constitution, parce qu'il en a déjà fait un justement de 2016 à 2020. Et donc, J.D. Vance pourrait être le prochain président des États-Unis en 2028. Alors évidemment, tout cela, c'est hypothétique. Mais pour l'instant, Donald Trump a plusieurs atouts. Un parti républicain largement derrière lui. On l'a vu avec les discours de Ron DeSantis et Nikki Haley. Également, le deuxième point, c'est que c'est un homme justement nouveau qui s'est présenté, notamment depuis la tentative d'assassinat contre lui, et que ça fait extrêmement différent, ça contraste avec un Joe Biden Biden. Alors je parlais justement à des délégués ici, des membres du comité national de la Convention républicaine qui me disaient en 20 ans justement de campagne américaine, excuse-moi, ça c'est les répétitions, en 20 ans de campagne américaine, je n'ai jamais connu 2 à 3 semaines aussi dingues, aussi positives, aussi folles. On ne voit pas comment justement on pourrait perdre ces élections américaines. Tout semble justement au vert, avec également les dernières décisions des juges qui ont choisi par exemple d'abandonner et d'annuler toutes les procédures justement contre Donald Trump sur la question, vous savez, de ces fichiers sortis de la Maison Blanche en 2020, etc. Et donc ça justement, c'est tombé à la poubelle. Pour l'instant, eh bien, Donald Trump derrière les barreaux, avant le 5 novembre, ça a l'air très compliqué.